Hi friends, it's Alisani Brazil here, your favorite flight attendant, and I am going to do another video featuring UCANBE Eye Palette Fruit Pie Filling. I believe I bought this set for around somewhere under $16. All of the palettes have been under $20, so I'll put it for you in the description. So let's get started. So I've already washed and scrubbed my face. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my acne cream on. It's just a medicated acne cream that I give. It was prescribed to me as I had a problem with MACne, which is mask acne. And then I'm gonna put this primer on. It's what I always use, REVLON PHOTOREADY. You can get it from the drugstore, you can get it on Amazon. It's very inexpensive, very effective. I like to use it because it helps my makeup stay on all day long, and it really works. Okay, now I'm gonna add some moisturizer to my face. This is an oil-free facial moisturizer. It's my first time using it. I'm gonna put the description, but on my next video I'll let you know if I liked it or not. I get oily in my T-zone, and plus I live in Florida where it's humid. So I thought I would try an oil-free moisturizer. The one I used on my last video was actually a moisturizer for people with eczema, and I actually liked it. All right, so now I'm gonna start putting my foundation and my concealer and my contouring on. You guys would be so proud of me. I actually washed my brushes today. Oh, I have a clean brush today. So now I'm gonna start with my base foundation like I always do. It's a COVERGIRL TRUBLEND Minerals loose mineral powder in the color Deep. So for this, I always use the densest, a very dense foundation brush. It almost buffs it in, if you can think of it that way. It sort of evens out my skin tone. I'm gonna put on my concealer. I'm gonna use the Morphe. It's a matte concealer, and it's Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation in the color F1.110. I'm just gonna dab some on with my finger. And I'm gonna blend this out with a sponge. If you use a sponge like I'm about to do, make sure you wet it, because otherwise it won't work properly. I really like using a sponge. If you get this too much on your nose, don't worry about it, because when we do the contouring, it's gonna take care of that. I'm gonna put a little bit around here and a little bit on my chin. Okay. I'm not gonna worry too much about my mustache right now. So for the contouring, I'm gonna use the same exact brand that I use for the concealer, which is the Morphe. I'm gonna put it in the description. And it's also the same as the Fluidity Matte Full Coverage Foundation that I'm using for the contour. This is thick, this brand is thick. So I like it for contouring and concealing. So since this is so dense, I'm gonna try not to use too much, because I used too much on my last video, so kind of learned my lesson. Come through, I'm just shaping. I'm just trying to get the shape that I want. So basically, I just use my foundation brush just to buff out some of the excess. And now we're gonna go over this with my setting powder, which is by MAC Studio. It is the MAC Studio Fix, and the color is NW35. It's basically just a setting powder. You can use it as foundation, but I use it as a setting powder to set where I want set, if that makes sense. So I've already started using it. I'm just gonna use it with the sponge that it came with. And then I'm gonna buff it out. And now I'm just gonna let it set for a little bit. All right, so I let my MAC setting powder set. So now I'm going to sort of blend it out. Today, me and my husband are driving up to Orlando. We're going to go to Universal Studios. So looking forward to that. Now I'm going to add my top foundation to sort of like bring it all together. I'm going to start with the Maybelline Fit Me. It's a pressed powder. It's in color 375, which is Java. And I'm actually just going to work that in to the areas that where I put the concealer. I'm just using this regular foundation brush and start to get that poreless look. So my pores tend to be big, like right in here. All right. I'm going to do some brush and I'm going to do some bronzer. So my blush is just an old Mary Kay color that no longer exists. It's called Brick. I like it because it adds to the, give me more of a chiseled, even more chiseled look, you know. So I'm literally rubbing it on my cheekbone in up or down motion as opposed to a circular motion to give more of a contoured look. Okay, so for my bronzer, I'm just using the Wet n Wild Color Icon. It's in Palm Beach Ready. It's what I typically use. That's all I do. That's it. With a loose brush. Do a little bit of highlighting. I'm just going to use this strobing stick. It is by Maybelline. It's called the New Master Strobing Stick, and the color is the number 100. There you go. It has like a pearlescence look to it, so the light will reflect very nicely on it. Trying to highlight around here. Same on this side. A bit down here. Don't go heavy-handed because it's very creamy. Actually, I can probably use my little foundation brush because it's kind of thick. That's looking really pretty. All right, so now for the eyes. I am going to prime my eyes this time with this NYX NYX Glitter Primer because I want to try that dew color again. It started flaking off last time, and I'm wondering if it's because of the primer that I use. I just used a regular primer, and the dew has some glitter in it. So I'm just going to try this and see if it works. Now, I have to say, even though there was some flaking off, the color actually remained beautiful the whole duration that I was wearing it. So I want to make sure I get it on my bottom lid very nicely, because that's actually the part where I'm going to put the dew. And I'm going to play around with a different crease color. I did like that crease color that I used though. Choco chips. You can also use this primer, this glitter primer on your lips if you want like a glittery lipstick. Sure, I'm bringing it out enough. Okay, so now I'm going to put on the eyeshadow base, which is also NYX. It's in White Pearl. Now for the part we've all been waiting for, the UCANBE Fruit Pie Filling. And I already know what I'm going to use for my base color. It's the same color I used last time, which is the color Dew, which is basically like a sparkly bluish color. It's not quite teal. Okay, so this is going to be on my lid. So now for the crease, the last time I used this color, I used choco chips, and I do like it. I'm thinking I want to go darker though. I'm thinking I'm going to go with this color, which is blackberry. I'm going up in this sweeping motion, like this angled motion. I like to do this because that's the shape. I want to give the illusion of my eyes sort of sweeping up. Now my eyes do tend to sweep up anyhow. I'm going to blend it out. I think it's actually fine. I might add a softer color just to soften it a little bit because it looks a little too dark for my liking. So I think what I'm going to do is just sort of add this this chestnut color to it. It's like a red. It looks reddish. Yeah, actually, I do like the combination because it's giving it more of like a burgundy look. So now I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, so I just did the other side and I like it. And so now I'm gonna add some more base to my lid again so that the dew color stands out, because right now it would be too dark. And I'm just putting the base where I want to put the dew, really. Which apparently is on my whole lid. You can also, if you don't have a base, you can use a waterproof concealer. Gosh, you guys, I just am in love with this color. This color right here. Just pat it in. There we go. You know, I have to say, it's not flaking off right now as I'm putting it on at all. It's looking really pretty, and it's gonna get fixed. I just cleaned it up with a little bit of powder foundation. And then when I put my brows on, because of course I always do my brows last, y'all. When I put my brows on, it's gonna work out. Let me do this. Let me put a color in the crease right now. Let's see. And the camera is looking kind of gold, but it's in person it's more champagne. And I use the same brush. It's just my habit. I try to get the old color off, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Let's go fluff it out with my bronzer brush. There we go. I like it. Remember, if you're not looking like a superhero before you get your lashes and all that on, it may not look as fabulous as you think it's gonna look. All right, now I'm going to do my eyelashes, so my eyeliner and my eyelash. I am going to start actually with a eyeliner that is not magnetic, because I do use magnetic eyeliners. It's just a regular liquid liner. The brand is really irrelevant. Any liquid liner will work. I'm trying to wing it out based on my bottom waterline and not on the top waterline. We're not machines. So if they don't match up perfectly, it's because we're not machines. I'm now going to start with my magnetic liners. For my magnetic eyelashes, I'm just using Ellie Shine. I got it off of Amazon. This is the box it comes in. I like them. They're not expensive on Amazon. And I try to get some on my lashes and on my lid. Bless you. That's my husband. Okay, I actually need to put a second coat of the magnetic on, just to make sure it sticks. For me, the magnetics stick the best when I'm wearing 2 layers of the magnetic liner. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my lashes. It's not dry all the way, but that's intentional. I don't want it to dry all the way. Then I go from in to out. All right, got the right lash on. Now for the left lash. They look even. All right, so if you like what you've seen so far, go ahead and hit that like button again. Say you like everything. Hit that notification bell, hit subscribe, share it with your friends. I really appreciate you. So now I'm gonna do brows. I'm just using my Anastasia. And it is in, I don't know, I can't read it today. It's the Anastasia Brow Mascara. In fact, I think I forgot to put it in the description. So I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, they look about even. Okay, so now it's time for lips. So today I'm gonna go with a red lip, just because I'm feeling like a red lip. Just a regular lip liner. Now I'm doing this. This is gonna be a little bit darker than the lipstick I chose. And the lipstick is just gonna be Key Best. I used it on my last video, and I actually like it. It's very cheap on Amazon, and I'm actually impressed at its long wear. Smells like cocoa. It goes on thick. My favorite look is a red lip. That is my absolute favorite. I actually like it with these eyes, even though the eyes are, it ended up, with me blending this crease color, it ended up having a, almost like a purple, like a plum look. It's blackberry, and then I added I think the color was chestnut into it. Well, it became almost like this purple look, like a deep plum. And I love it with the dew color. I don't think the red lip is detracting from it at all. I think it looks really pretty, in fact. How do you like it? I'm gonna go put some hair on. I'm gonna go put on some earrings. I'm gonna go put on a nice outfit, and then you'll see the completed look. All right, so how do I look? I didn't do as hard of a contour as I did in my last video. So if you want a little bit more of a snatch look, look at my first video of the, it's just UCANBE Eyeshadow Palette. And that one, my contouring was heavy, so I looked a little bit more snatched. This time, I just wanted a little light, little contour, more about the highlighting, and I personally like how this turned out. So if you like this look, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you can subscribe, hit that notification bell and share this with your friends. If you can leave a comment for me, that really does help me get my video out to more people. It helps with the algorithm, whatever that means. So if you can leave a comment, I would greatly appreciate that. So until next time, you guys, go out there, buckle up, be safe, be kind to each other. I'll see you soon. Bye.